Today OnePlus is both announcing the OnePlus 5 and lifting the review embargo on the device, which we've had for about 2 weeks now. $479 gets you an aluminum-clad pocket computer with a 2.45 GHz Snapdragon 835 SoC, 6 GB of RAM, 64 GB of storage, and a 3300 mAh battery. You still get OnePlus physical 3-way alert switch, a USB-C port, capacitive buttons with a front-mounted fingerprint reader, and a headphone jack. The phone has 2 cameras on the back, one 16 megapixels main camera and one 20 megapixels telephoto camera, arranged in the most hi-fi way possible. Besides the $479 version, there's a more expensive $539 version, which ups the RAM from 6 GB to a whopping 8 GB, adds another 64 GB of storage for a total of 128 GB, and changes the color from slate gray to midnight black. This more expensive version is the one we tested. The $479 starting price of the OnePlus 5 is a bit more than the $439 price of the OnePlus 3T, which was itself a bit more than the $399 price of the OnePlus 3. Compare this to other Snapdragon 835 devices, like the $750 Galaxy S8 and the $650 HTC U11. And that $479 price still looks pretty good. And yes, this is the OnePlus 5, which comes after the OnePlus 2, 3, and 3T. OnePlus is skipping the number 4, which is associated with bad luck in OnePlus native China. The OnePlus 5 also looks a lot like an iPhone 7 Plus. The back has an identical camera, microphone, and flash layout, with similar antenna lines running along the back and the rounded over sides. The front has identical bezels to an iPhone and mimics the earpiece, front camera, and home button placement. The main differences between the phones are that the OnePlus 5 doesn't have an Apple logo on the back and that the fingerprint reader is an oval. Lots of Android phones borrow parts of Apple's design, but this one crosses over into embarrassing knockoff territory, especially when smartphone design has improved so much in 2017. The capacitive navigation buttons return and are again unlabeled, and practically invisible. Touch spots on the left and right of the home button serve by default as back and recent buttons, but you can swap the order for a Samsung-style layout if you choose. The back and recent buttons are ever so slightly demarcated with a single tiny backlit dot, but they only seem to light up after you touch them, which is odd. You can also activate on-screen buttons, which will pop up an easy-to-use, AOSP-style navigation bar on the screen. This is definitely my preference. The home button has an integrated fingerprint reader, which seemed fast and accurate in my testing. OnePlus says this little home button cutout is actually ceramic, which would make it more durable than the plastic home buttons in some other phones. The home button doesn't move or click down, it's capacitive, but you can still wake the phone with a touch. The bottom of the phone looks exactly like an iPhone, though an iPhone 6 this time, with nearly identical speaker holes, screws flanking the charging port, and microphone and headphone jack placement. The good news is that you get a headphone jack, and the charging port is the usual USB-C port. One unique aspect of recent OnePlus phones is dash charging, which duplicates the heat-generating power management circuitry in the power brick. When using the included charger, the power management circuitry in the phone shuts off, letting the power brick take over. The power brick gets hot instead of the phone, which stops the phone processor from throttling, great when you use a charging device. It's a nice feature, but it's something you'll need official OnePlus accessories to do. The phone can also charge with any regular USB-C charger, and OnePlus charger will also work with regular USB-C devices. The OnePlus 5 has some flaws. The design looks like a counterfeit iPhone, the camera isn't great, and OnePlus future upgrade support is questionable. In terms of phones for under $500, though, it's hard to beat the OnePlus 5. You get the latest Qualcomm processor, a big 5.5-inch screen, a great software package, and an aluminum body. Thanks for watching nũTECH channel. Like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.